Hello Pisces, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, this is Blazer the Morkie, and this is your reading for the next 10 days. Today we'll be pulling a card for your overall energy. We're going to look at your particular energies, the energies of the person connected to you, and then how those energies mingle and dance in the middle. Do keep in mind these are general readings, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. If you're interested in more context, check out your sun, moon, rising, or north node readings. That will help create a clearer picture for you. I forgot to mention too, we'll close it off with an oracle card as always for the Piscean collective. And then be sure to check out the description below as well. That's where I have links to personal readings, connecting on social media, and all the good stuff. Make sure you're following me on Instagram because I do post a lot there. Deals, specials, all the good stuff. And every other Sunday from 7 to 8 Central, I am here on YouTube doing live tarot readings. It's a lot of fun. We would love to have you join us there. Okay, woohoo, Pisces. You get from the Faceted Garden Oracle, the Wild card. Wow. Okay, the Wild card, and we have like a piece of fruit growing in the wild. We've got sunlight coming through thunderstorms. We have a rainbow prism. We have a rock. We have leaves. Wild card. We're going to have to see what that means as we get into your reading. You could be the wild card, Pisces, or someone connected to you, or there could just be something that comes up out of the unknown for you in the next period of time whenever you stumble across this reading, okay? So be watching, be watching. So we're going to hold that wild card energy and we're going to take a look at what we got here. Your side here. You're kicking me off with the Knight of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. Actually, feels like you might be getting out of your comfort zone a little, Pisces. So maybe you are kind of pressing your adventure buttons here. Maybe things are getting a little wild for you. You're in that Knight of Wands energy, which is not the Knight of Cups, which is normally what I would expect you to be in. So you're bringing a little fire to something. I think you are on guard about a few things here. You are showing me the Four of Pentacles, on guard, a little more protected, a little more pulled back at this time, and the Two of Swords. You may be trying to really figure something out or dealing with a new energy within yourself, and you're trying to kind of reach the balance on that and trying to come to a point on that you gain the clarity. Still, I get that feeling that something is coming out of the unknown for you, but you are the shaman, and oftentimes as the shamanic energies of spirit and earth meeting, there's a whole kind of interaction there, and in that soup something can arise out of the unknown. Now on this other person's side, they get the Two of Pentacles, the Justice card, and the Tower. Interesting. Okay, this person seems to go, how do I want to put this? Okay, Pisces, there's something going on in this other person's energy. They seem to be on this merry-go-round of like making choices, and on the one hand, when they make a choice it seems to make sense, but then something blows up in their face. They kind of strike me as someone who might think that they have bad luck, or that they don't trust themselves to make good, balanced decisions, which is really interesting because you're kind of on this little side mini quest of finding balance. You're trying things differently. This person's in bigger energies of that, and I'm not sure how much faith they're having in themselves. Very interesting, but we'll have to clarify. In the connection, you get the Eight of Wands and the World. So very, very quickly, there's a quickening kind of energy in this connection. Maybe there is some experiences going on between the two of you that need to come to an end. Maybe this person's had a hard time holding a job, and that's something that, yeah, a lot is coming up when I tune into their energy. It's like very uncomfortable. It feels restricted and it feels tight. It makes me want to cough a lot. So I've had to kind of skip through some little episodes of coughing, and I think it's definitely come into play in this relationship. Let's look at this Knight of Wands for you, because I want to focus on this for a moment, because you really seem like you're employing a different energy. And I love this. You get the Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Pisces, I really think you're really testing your comfort zone with something. You're really getting into something that previously you would have been hesitant to act upon, but now I see that you have the confidence. With the High Priestess coming in here, you also have the wisdom, and that's very important. It's one thing to have information and be knowledgeable, but it's another thing to actually embody the wisdom, and you have the wisdom embodied here with the Queen of Pentacles coming up with the High Priestess. These are really good energies for you to act on. So if you are still having any kind of apprehension at all, I think you can let that go. These are beautiful energies of like, you know what you're doing, you've got the passion to move forward with it, and it's very much an embodied wisdom kind of decision or action that you're taking or making here. Let's look at this Four of Pentacles, because this is kind of where we're maybe closed off a little here. Yeah, the King of Cups and the Ten of Swords. I'm wondering if, let's say this person you're connected to has struggled to find a job, hold a job, and the energies haven't been quite equal between the two of you. I think this has affected you. I think you've had to maybe pull back from contributing to this person, if not monetarily and financially, possibly with the angle of like, you've had to pull back your energies, like just your emotional energies a little bit, and make sure that you have enough for yourself. You might have poured that out a little too strongly to them earlier in the relationship or the dynamic here, and found yourself completely destitute and drained because of this person here. Now, you are showing me love toward the situation, and possibly even love toward yourself to pull back into your own energies. It does seem appropriate. This would be, especially with that Knight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess combo, of you setting out and doing things differently. You would want to protect that energy, and maybe in this connection with this person, you've had to pull back a bit. And that can be in a lot of ways, right? Let's look at this Two of Swords, where you're trying to find the balance point here. You got the Four of Swords and the Five of Swords. Okay. I think, Pisces, there's probably been some confusion. You may have stepped into these new energies, and this person may have a problem with that. Like, they can't relate to you anymore because you're evolving, you're growing, you've gained wisdom, and they may still be cycling in some other kind of energy here. And so that may have caused some issues in this connection, possibly even a breakup. With that Wild card in the overall energy, I don't know how these things are going to land in the long term. There's definitely a cycle being closed out, though, and it's presenting itself in this relationship. And I think you're kind of coming in with the energy of like, okay, I'm doing the healing to the degree that I'm not afraid of confronting this with this person. I'm not afraid of the conflict. I'm not afraid of what I need to say, what I need to do, because I've been there, I've done that, and I'm not doing that circus ride again, right? They're still on the circus ride a little bit. For the Two of Pentacles, they've got the Four of Cups and the Emperor. Very, very stubborn, very arrogant against what the universe is trying to bring in for them. They're being asked to connect in with their heart more powerfully. They're being asked to trust their intuition. The answers are around them, but they're resisting looking at them. They may be stuck. This person could be distracting themselves, keeping very busy with something that's not leading to their overall growth. They could be distracted into like social media, or they could be somebody who plays a lot of video games, for example. I'm just trying to think of like, you know, escapism is coming up here for this person. And they're resistant to what's being offered by the universe to take the next step. For the Justice card, they get the Temperance card and the Sun. This is a hard one, Pisces, because I can hear you telling me this person has so much potential. And I agree with you. I see that here. I see how if they could bring their life into balance and they could temper some of their bad habits, they could really open up into their purpose. They could really illuminate their path. There are huge energies under the surface here for this person, but they have got to take the bull by the horn, so to speak. I don't know why I said that. Maybe some of you are dealing with a Taurus, because they do show me kind of that stubborn, could be an Aries. And they have all this beautiful talent and the gifts, talents, and abilities. I think you've come to know that about them. That probably has to do with the love that you feel for this person, whether it's romantic or this is a family member, somebody like that, but they just keep choosing not to look into that. But it is so powerful, and I think that's why maybe you've been so patient with them. The Tower here needs to fall for this person. It's one of those things where they have to do it. You can't do it for them. You may not be able to be in their space possibly while they're doing this. Some of you may have to be. You may have that kind of relationship. I do see them eventually coming to some sort of grasp on this, but it's going to take some time for this person. I don't see them having the awareness, and it's because of whatever they're distracting themselves with. It could be a bad addiction or something too. Very distracted kind of energies around this person, and distracted in the sense they don't think they're distracted, but they absolutely are. But they would tell you, no, I'm not. I'm living life. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. There's a lot of opportunity and a lot of potential here, Pisces, but I know how you are, and I know how giving you can be, and I don't know that you really want to keep pouring into this person. They need to pour into themselves. They need to find their own magic, and it needs to be from a place of their authentic nature, not of a place of their ego. And I think they've got a lot of that going on right now. It kind of reminds me of like a defiant young 20-year-old young man, I should say, adult, but the brain is still forming and this and that. It's kind of that energy. Now, if this is like a grown man or woman, let's say, it could be a woman too, they're living like a child, okay? They're living in childish behavior still and childish distractions here. And I think you're on to that. And with that first set of cards there I got for you, I don't think that really matches up with your energy. I'm just going to be honest. Let's look at this Eight of Wands and the connection here. You bring in the Ace of Wands, they bring in the Moon. I think every time you make the attempt to communicate with this person, Pisces, you get shadow reaction. You get pain reaction from this person. You probably get some sort of guarded, shielded projection back. I don't think you're getting what you're looking for when you try to address this with this person together. And you're very passionate about this. You may come off with the Ace of Wands, but just knowing your watery energies, that's a lot of passion. This person in their current distractive mode probably doesn't have a real large portal of receptivity for that because they're so distracted. The potential that's underlying that distraction, I see why you're making effort and I see why you're trying, but they've got to come to that. And once they do come to that, you will know, but they're not coming to it yet. They're giving you shadow projections. And it's because of that distraction. For the World card, you bring in the energy of the Nine of Pentacles and they bring in the energy of the Ace of Cups. This is very interesting here coming in with the World card because the World card can mark an ending and a new beginning. We're definitely at that point in your relationship with this person. The Wild card comes in, I think, because we don't know ultimately what this person is going to do. We know they have this big potential, but we can't live our day-to-day life as if this person is already embodying that potential. And from what I can see, they're not. They would like people to believe they are, but that's just the ego showing up. And that's why you're getting all the shadow projections when you try to interact and come forward. With love and passion. You try to come forward that way, but it can't be received. For some of you, this could be a person who has, and this may not be everyone, a smaller population. They may have an impotence kind of issue or a sexual kind of block. So I do want you to know that could be emotional for them. Not caused by you, not, something that they need to resolve there. That could be the case. And so, when you try to come forward, you don't get that receptivity. You just get the shadow aspect of it or the pain projection of it. For the World card here, as you bringing in the Nine of Pentacles, you're really looking to build up to something. And we may be looking at you're building up to ending the relationship with this person. Okay. You may also be building up to retracting communication with this person. For some of you, this is not romantic. This is somebody else you're dealing with. And you may have built up to the point where you're like, I'm ready to let this go. They're coming in with the Ace of Cups. And I think they have the desire to have you fill their cup. Okay, so for some of you, this could be an adult child, right? And they could be leaning into you for those fatherly, motherly energies, and they need to be kind of cut loose to empower themselves. I think they're saying, no, you fill my cup, instead of learning how to fill their own cup. This person has, underneath the surface, there is like a gold mine. There's so much brilliance in this person, but it is being wasted. And I think you're realizing that it's just a drain for you if you keep putting into it. So you're building yourself up here to some boundaries or some ending here in this particular connection. Now, the wild card would indicate that may or may not be forever. We don't know. Some of this, I think, is going to be left up to mystery. But we also have to accept what we're dealing with right now. And with your tendency to overlook things because you are aware of their potential, you gotta keep yourself in check on that. I know, I'm a fellow water sign. And when you see people's potential and you're like, if they only, I get it. It's heart-wrenching at times. Pisces, your oracle message comes from Kuntur Yakak, number 18, blessings from the son of Hanapacha. And I really love this. For some of you, I am picking up a grandfatherly, grandmotherly kind of energy. I think maybe there may be someone in your lineage who has gifts, talents, and abilities similar to yours. And through your own blood and soul codes, you're picking up on that wisdom. This could be a grandmother or grandfather that has passed that is very, very special to you, or someone in your life that just had that vibe. And I think they're here helping you through this time right now. They almost strike me as like a medicine man, a medicine woman, a chief, a chieftain of a tribe, very much in a position of leadership. And I think that's really inspirational for you right now with the situation you're dealing with, because you have to lead yourself through this portal, through this ending with this person, or this ending of this cycle with this person. And these energies are coming in right now. They're very introspective. So they'll be working with you when you're tuning in, especially to your own inner wisdom. These energies are going to light up and begin speaking to you. Some of you may even out of nowhere just feel like you need to write down something that you heard or popped into your mind, because these are very close energies to you right now. Wow, cool. Pisces, what an interesting reading. The wild card, the wild reading comes up, and I hope this has really helped you on your journey, at least with some confirmations. That's a lot about what tarot reading can be. We're looking at the energies. These, with as intuitive as you are, you already know things. So it's like, oh, but to get the confirmation from me, who you may or may not even know in person, and say, oh, okay, I get it now. Like, that helps me put the pieces together. I hope that's the case for some of you. I would love your engagement. Please remember to like and comment and be involved. Come to my Sunday night lives. I think you would really enjoy that, especially going through something like this. You can get little touch points and little pulses on that. So, okay, Pisces, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you next time.